5 minutes after 9 o'clock, somebody do me a favor and look up the name of the dog on Inspector Gadget. The name of the dog. Does anybody know the name of the dog on Inspector Gadget?
No.
Just look it up. I have a reason I want to know the name of the dog. Jim George is here. He's not Inspector Gadget. He's Professor Gadget. He will tell you about things in technology that are making our lives better, maybe different. We certainly do things differently than we used to do, and there's definitely a generational gap in some things. And if you're trying to keep up with what's going on and you're older, then good for you, because I think it's not always that easy. A lot of times we're reluctant to do new things. But you're not. I mean, you embrace everything, huh? Have you always been that way?
No.
No, really.
I've been maybe somewhat inquisitive, but things came fairly easy to me. But about 20 years ago, this whole internet thing took off, and it's hard to learn.
Do you remember the first time you used the internet? The very, very first time you signed on to it?
I don't think I remember.
You don't remember?
The very, very first time.
I do. I did not have a computer. My brother had an old computer out in California, and he sent me one.
Oh.
This had to be 20 years ago, maybe?
Oh, I would say at least 20.
Anyway,
yeah.
So there was this thing called America Online, and I signed up for it, and then I heard all that noise.
All the dial-up.
Oh, man, yeah. And then all of a sudden, oh, there it is. And then somebody, I think one of Robin's sons, sent me a photograph. There was no photos at all on mine. It was just all text. But then somebody sent me a photograph. It was it Lonnie Anderson?
Yes.
Somebody in a bikini. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a keepsake.
Yeah, it was one of them in a bikini. I can't remember who it was, and it scrolled down one line at a time, real slowly. So you started to see, I see what it is. I see what it is.
It's erotic for you guys.
It was very exciting. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, I remember the first time I used the computer, but not the first time I signed on as far as the internet. Now. Mm-hmm. I had a Commodore 64, and I purchased that.
I remember that name.
Hooked it all up. And
my brother had one of those too. You got a Commodore.
It was unbelievable.
And you have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, Larry. This is Matt, the Verizon guy. Remember me?
Yeah. Hey, Matt. How you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, listen. You were wondering what the name of the dog was for Inspector Gadget, and his name is Brain.
Brain. Okay. Brain. Well, now let me tell you why I want that. Because every time Doug is a big fan of Jim. So when Doug is in the studio and Jim is here, Doug is always in the picture. So if you're watching the video right now, you see Brain right there. That's Brain.
It's good. It's good.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matt is an Inspector Gadget in a sense, too.
Oh, yeah. No, he knows all that. So I can turn my cell phone on. I can turn it off. But I have no apps. I don't use the apps. I'm too busy, really, for technology a lot of times. They say it's a time saver. Tell me how much time you saved since you've had a microwave and all this other stuff. It's just, there's no real time saver.
There's got to be something.
You're still busy all 24 hours a day.
Writing. I definitely save time from the old typewriters.
Oh, I see.
I can definitely type fast.
So backspace is easy for you to clear.
Well, correcting. Yeah, and moving things around when you're editing. You don't got to type a whole new sheet of paper.
Copy and paste.
By the way, there was one thing. What was it the other day? Oh, with the lottery. When you lose the lottery, they put a little one of those QSR things or QR squares. If you had a smartphone, you could maybe win something. I don't know what you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do all that.
Maybe an extra code.
I have no time for that.
So Professor Gadget doesn't buy into all of the gadgets.
No. There's not really a whole lot of everybody out there listening. They know that they really don't have any more time now than they did 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. All these
they do. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. I can illustrate where you're wrong.
Well, please do.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you remember when the TV would go out and you had to take the tube and go into the hardware store and put it into that big console thing and then turn the knobs and then figure out if it's good or not.
Right.
And if it was good, you kept it. If it was bad, you went and got another one just like it and you brought it home and you put it in.
Right.
How long did that take to fix the TV compared to now?
Now you have to go to the store and choose what model to buy. And go from
to
store
replace the
store.
TV.
Yeah, because you can't put a tube in it.
But basically, TVs don't go down anymore. I mean, they either work or they don't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They either work or they don't.
And once they don't, then you're right. Just buy a new one.
Throw them away. We're a throwaway society.
You brought something fascinating today.
Well, I was just telling Doug out there, this is a typical 4-way splitter for USB. The difference is it's really more than 4. It's 2, 4. I think it's 7. A 7-way splitter for USB. The beautiful part of this one is if you have devices that are powered,
Right.
like you want to power your cell phone from your USB port
Right.
and charge it while you're doing something. Well, your computer is strong enough to do that. But if you wanted to charge 3 or 4 other things,
Right.
you couldn't do it. You can split the USB, and have 4, but you couldn't power them. This allows.
How much does this cost?
That's about $39.
That's not bad.
No, so I brought that in. You guys can have that if you want to charge 8 things or 7 things at one time.
Well, you know what? We'll donate it to the radio station because I think maybe Dan and Joe can figure out something. At my home, I'll never need this.
No, I would never use it either.
No, okay. So that might be good for the. So we'll
Yeah.
thank you. So what is there a difference between the ones on this side and the ones on this
No,
side?
just some extras.
All right.
That's all. But everything's coming out with USB. I was just looking at your camera right now. Everything's got
This camera, yeah.
Yeah, everything's connected by USB. And then they go from USB 2 now to USB 3. More faster USB.
Oh, really?
Yeah, more faster. Everything is coming out faster and faster, as if faster and faster. Let me give you, for instance, if I give you 10 meg of internet, and you're surfing the internet,
Right.
and you want more speed, and I give you 100 meg of internet,
Right.
you can't go any faster
Why?
because your computer can only go as fast as it can go.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And plus, you're limited by where you're going to. So if you're going to Ford Motor Company to download a picture of a car or something like that, it depends on the internet in general. In other words, all the switches and routers it goes through to get to Ford.
Right.
Then it depends on how many people are at the Ford Motor site doing the same thing, downloading a car. So you have no more speed, even though I just gave you 100 meg. So we touched that. Mm-hmm. How we test it is we give everybody 100 meg to share. Let's say by everybody 500 people
Right.
to share 100 meg. And we see what the usage is, and the usage is around 60 meg. So then we go ahead and we crank it up to 200 meg for the same number of people, and the usage, 60 meg. We dump it up to 500 meg. The usage, same.
Oh, really?
Because even though they have more speed to go, they're still limited by their computer, the computer on the other end, their interface, the connections. So everybody talks about the 1 gig to the home and all. It's really a fallacy.
And does that affect the quality of what you're viewing? If it's
It would if you were downloading something. In other words, if you had a real great connection to something, and then you would need more bandwidth. Remember, we said speed is how fast you can go on the highway, and bandwidth is how many cars can fit side by side. So a tractor-trailer truck delivering a lot of information, needs more room.
Right. So isn't fiber optic faster than normal cable?
It is. But there again, if you have a fiber to the home system, which everybody's touting, and you get 1 gig in your house, you'll still only do as fast as your computer will let you.
Okay.
It won't go any faster.
Oh gosh, that is extremely fascinating.
Yeah.
And how about the uploading process from your scanner to the cloud or something? That still isn't any faster than
No, because you're doing it from your computer. Yep. And then it's always the weakest link. For instance, if I were to rewire your house and put you in the latest cable, which might be a category 8. They have a category 5, 5E, 6, 6A. They skip 7, now they have 8. It's like a 10 gig cabling system. And I put it in your house, but your patch cable that goes from your wall outlet to your TV is a Cat 5, which is only good for 100 meg. That's as fast as you'll go is 100 meg.
Oh, really?
See, it's only as fast as your weakest link.
Okay, I have a question for you about memory.
All right.
Okay,
I don't have any memory.
So you get
That's
it.
my wife.
You get one of these external memory devices.
Yes.
Right. I got one at home, and I set it up, and now I want to take all the memory that I'm using on my computer and you put it into this device because my computer has not as much as that device. That device has 2 terabytes. Is that what it says?
Yes, 2 terabytes.
Okay. When I take all the iTunes files and I put them over there, all of a sudden iTunes doesn't know where the files went. How do I tell iTunes where the files are? Because iTunes is big in my world because I have a lot of music.
Exactly. Well, you may have to also download and save it on the external hard drive, the program itself, an iTunes program. In other words, an iTunes, like an icon on your laptop.
Okay.
In other words, you have to put it somewhere. Because when you try to retrieve it and it's in the cloud, it doesn't know where to retrieve it from. And remember, the hard drive is like a cloud. It's external.
Right.
And it's got to find it. It's got to bring it in.
So is there a way to just tell it where it is?
Yeah, you can name it.
Okay.
Yeah, name it.
I guess I got to look
Create
this up.
a file and name it iTunes, and then
This sounds confusing.
Put the icon on your screen, and when you want it, click on it, and things like that. But IT guys are in a different world of their own. I meet them every day, and I don't understand their language.
It is a foreign language to learn.
I can make it work, but I can't connect it together, you know.
We have to take a break. We will be right back. Jim George is here. He is our Professor Gadget. If you have a question about something that you've been scratching your head over that you need some advice on, maybe it's your computer or something of that sort. Maybe it's the thing Jim first started talking about, which is cable.
Could be.
Maybe the price of cable is something you have a question about. We'll be right back. You can ask all of those questions. The number is 622-9622.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be mostly cloudy and breezy today with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, the high 76 to 80. Clearing skies tonight, breezy and cooler, the lows ranging from the mid-40s in a few inland spots to the mid-50s at the coast. Sunshine, breezy, and chillier tomorrow, the high 66 to 70. Sunday, sunny but quite cool, high 66 to 70. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Here's a way for you to have some fun and at the same time support Team WOCA The Source in our efforts to raise funds for the Marion County Literacy Council. You can have Robin and I come to your event or somebody else's event. I play accordion, she plays mandolin, and we'll give the oompa surprise to somebody who may not be expecting it. So call us at 732-8000, ask for Robin. 100% of your donation of any amount will go to the Marion County Literacy Council, and it is tax deductible. Call today, 732-8000.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new
Yep,
trunk.
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
All right, 19 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Jim George is here from American Cable Services. I should have mentioned that in the very beginning. And, of course, we affectionately know Jim as Professor Gadget. And since Doug is a big fan of Jim, and he's always in the picture when Jim is here lately, you have become Brain, Doug. You are now officially Brain, like the dog on Inspector Gadget.
My sidekick.
That's okay.
Well, you got a brain. Doug's pretty smart with this kind of stuff.
I know.
He's on the computer all the time.
He was telling me.
Earlier before the break, Larry, you had brought up the price of cable. My cable bill went up $9.47 this past month, and it wasn't because of the cable company. It was because of the different taxes and the FCC, whatever it is. How can they justify adding on money to something like that?
I don't think they need to justify it. That's the problem. They just put it on there. You know, my wife and I, several years ago, we had a line item on our phone bill, and we didn't understand it. So we called the phone company, and we spoke to a lady, and she didn't really know what it was, and she passed us up the line. And about a week to 10 days later of talking, literally every other day to someone, they finally came back and said, "We have no idea what this is. We're just told to put it on." And I mean,
Oh
I'm
my
speaking about
gosh.
going right
Isn't
up the
that
line.
crazy?
I mean, supervisor after supervisor.
Just put it on.
It's just a line item.
And Jimmy, have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yes, good morning, Mr. George and everybody.
Good morning.
I've got a simple little question here about my TV set, and if it's turned off and I'm getting full sunshine through a window and it's shining on that set, is that bad for that set in any way?
Is it an LCD or an LED, or do you know? Is it?
It's a more recent flat screen. I don't know.
All right, yeah, no, it is bad. You should pull the screen down, the shade down on the window.
Okay.
If you're getting direct sunlight.
Actually, when I'm watching it, so because otherwise you can't see what you're watching. But when it's not on, no, that's no. What is actually happening there to that screen?
Well, first of all, it's very hot. You know, there's different rays. There's ultraviolet, ultra red, ultra blue. There's all kind of light rays, and no one really knows the effect of it. So, you remember years ago, and even when you had the CRT tubes in your set, the cathode ray tubes, the big heavy, TVs, they told you keep it out of direct sunlight because there's gas in that tube, and the different rays would affect the gas. The liquid crystal diodes and the light emitting diodes, the light emitting not so much. There's still gas that you activate the color by a certain voltage, but the liquid crystal's the same way. You activate the color by a certain voltage. So I would definitely keep it out of direct sunlight.
Okay, thanks. What I'll do is just relocate it then where it won't get hit by the sun.
Or if it's a swivel, just leave it where, if you like watching it where it is, and just turn it away from the sun.
Or maybe like putting a towel over it or something.
You can do anything you'd like to, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot.
Welcome.
Well, that is one of the things we'll probably never get away from is the sun is always going to be brighter than our devices.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
There was a story that I was looking at regarding consumer grade night goggles. Have you seen these things?
Yes.
And everything looks green.
Yep.
I guess it's cheaper to make it green. Is there an explanation?
That's just the light frequency. They're sending out a frequency reflecting back, and that's what's lighting it up.
So why would we need that? I mean,
well, military needs it, but like if you wanted to go find your dog at middle of the night, you didn't want to get a flashlight out there because neighbors, might think there's a burglar in the yard. You're out there with a light, you're shining it around.
Have you ever used them?
I have. In the military.
And do they? I mean, do you really feel like you're in the daylight? Is it looking? Is it
no,
except that everything's green?
It's probably changed since I was in the military in '67, but I'm sure it's changed a whole lot. But I don't think it looks like daylight at all.
In the toy department, one Christmas, I was looking for some toys, and there was a what was it called? A night vision helmet or something like that. And I thought, cool, I'm going to get this one of the kids' night vision helmet. You know what it was? A flashlight strapped to the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's night vision. Turn it on.
Yeah, that's true. But the cost of cable is really going up, though, Robin. It really is going up. Programmers are getting out of hand. They're charging more and more, and the cable companies want to make more and more. They know their time is limited. Everything's going to be internet.
It's got to be limited.
Everything's going to be a la carte. It's going to be.
Plus, I think TV stations probably are really thankful for this because it means they can have a local audience that simply gets their signal the way they used to get it, with an antenna.
And that's why your service is very valuable because you are like the founder of the a la carte for presenting it to the people. You're having the technology that's going to make it available.
Exactly. I was just talking to my son-in-law last night. He's very techy. He came in last night with my daughter, and we were talking about the fact that Roku's got thousands of channels on their box. And why would someone want our service? I said, because the channels that Roku has is what's called static. What that means is Friends is a series, and Friends or Cheers is over, all right? That's stored somewhere. Well, you can go to Roku box, and you can go to Netflix, and you can buy that series, and and you can watch it. But you're looking at the past. What we're offering is live TV. So he says, is there really someone who wants to sit down and watch what's going on right now? And that's the generation. That's the generation he's in. And I said, we want to know local news. We want to see what's the weather like. We didn't want to go look at weather 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. Or programs. You want to watch it right now. You don't want to record them and look at them next month.
Right.
Did you see the story on the like the massive amount of electromagnetic energy that came from the sun earlier this week?
No, I didn't see it, but I'm sure it was a lot.
Okay, so there were 2 bursts of energy from the sun.
Yep.
They made the, what's it called, the Northern Lights?
Yeah.
Aurora Borealis,
Yes.
like very big, and it went farther south than it usually goes, and astronauts were sending pictures back of how beautiful it looked. And then we get these reports as a radio station that this could interfere.
Yes.
Does it affect cable at all, or is cable not affected by that
It
stuff?
affects cable if it comes off either the satellite or if it comes off an antenna, yes. If it comes off the internet, not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Hey, Jim. I've got a question about an infomercial that I see when I wake up sometimes in the middle of the night. It's about a bunch of guys out on a boat, and they're saying you can get 1 million free channels. They're out in the middle of I don't know where. And they say just plug it into the back of your TV and no converter, nothing else. Is that for real or stay away from?
Well, you have to connect somehow. You have to connect to something. So I don't know what the device is. I haven't seen it, but if it was you can get satellite TV on your cell phone or on your TV by an adapter, but I don't think they're watching. No, I have no idea what that is. You'll have to, maybe call in next week and say the name of it's so-and-so. I have never seen that.
Okay, yeah.
But there are some things.
Device.
Yeah, one's called Rabbit TV, and Rabbit TV is a lot like Roku in the sense that you plug it in the USB port, and it allows you to add channels. So instead of going to NBC.com and then you're done with that, you go to ABC.com and you're done with that, Rabbit will remember those. So as you go and go and go, so now it's just like changing the channel. You just change the channel.
Wow.
And that's called Rabbit TV, like rabbit ears.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, yeah, I've got, a diverter or converter, whatever I got on an old TV years and years ago, and I can get 2 or 3 free channels if I aim the rabbit ears in the right direction.
Yes.
But this thing just says plug into any TV and away you go, and it's $19.99, and if you order now, you get 2 of them or something like that.
Yeah, no, it has to connect to something, either by internet or by cell phone service. You have to connect somehow. Nothing stands alone.
Well, I'm sure they're selling 1 million. I'm just not going to be one of them person that buys one.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, y'all.
All right, so let me read you this little article. I wanted to bring this up. Tesla's Model S electric cars will receive over-the-air software upgrades, including some self-driving capabilities. And basically what this means is you go to the mall.
Right.
You just get out right here at the curb.
Yep.
And then tell your car to go park, and it will.
Yep.
And then when you're done, it's like having a valet service. Your car will come back and pick you up.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
I wonder how soon we're going to see this. And then the other tech news this morning was that story that the FAA, is that the one?
Yes.
Has given some kind of a certificate to Amazon to start actually figuring out how to do this idea of delivering packages.
Yeah, the drones.
With their drones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
400 feet is their limit, I think, is what it said, right? 400 feet?
Yes.
I think the first ones that will see all the capabilities of the Tesla car will be the tow trucks.
There you go. There you go.
Because, Tesla was a genius, and everything he touches, we're still trying to figure out some of his, formulas, like we are still trying to figure out some of the Einstein formulas. But the bottom line is, if it can go wrong, it can go wrong.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Always goes so fast with you, Jim. And Internet Explorer going away.
I heard that, yeah.
They're doing away with that one.
Yeah.
Jim, what's your phone number?
854-9795.
Our visit with Professor Gadget has come to an end. Brain, what do you think about that?
That's okay.
Till next week, same time, same channel.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The search for answers in the Germanwings crash focusing on the co-pilot.
Police have been searching Andreas Lubitz's apartment in Dusseldorf, Germany, and a house in the town of Montabaur a couple of hours away, where he grew up.
Fox Radio, Simon Owen. Officials in Germany saying that Lubitz appears to have hidden evidence of an illness from employers, including having been excused by a doctor from work the day of the crash. Our economy slowing to a rate of 2.2% growth in the fourth quarter. Senate Democratic leader Harry Reid ending his 3-decade-long congressional career.
I'm not going to run for re-election.
This announcement in a YouTube video, the 75-year-old suffered serious injuries to his eye and face after an exercise accident earlier this year, and fire officials say 6 people unaccounted for after an explosion which caused several buildings to collapse in New York City. Fox News, we report, you decide.
That's not a lawnmower. That's a zero-turning, fescue-slaughtering chariot of lawn domination, cup holder included. And like all respected machines, it requires a battery, which are now as low as $21.99 with exchange at Napa. That's $21.99 for a lawn and garden battery, and the satisfaction of knowing the weekend warrior rides again. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 3/31/15.
The smarter way to manage business expenses. Presented by Concur.
After my conference, I checked out of the hotel and the bill was automatically added to my expense report. Then I hopped into a taxi. I snapped a photo of the receipt using Concur, and bam, there it was on my expense report. Then I used my corporate card to buy the client's lunch. Another charge added to my expense report.
Expense reports that write themselves. Just one of the many ways Concur helps manage your company's spend so you can focus on the big picture. Take a free test drive today at tryconcur.com.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
What are the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking?
Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Robin and I have come up with a fun way that you can help us to help the Marion County Literacy Council. We call it the Oompa Surprise.
For a donation of any amount, you can hire Larry and I as strolling musicians for any event, meeting, party, or get-together of any kind.
That's right, a donation of any amount. Robin plays mandolin and I play accordion. Our instrumental music will add an air of ambiance.
It goes perfect with a wine and cheese event, but think outside the box. Have fun with this. Invite us to your board meeting, your restaurant gathering, or even another fundraiser.
100% of your donation to our Oompa Surprise campaign will go to the Marion County Literacy Council and help us win this year's Kiss the Horse for Literacy campaign.
So call me and schedule a date. Call me here at WOCA The Source at 732-8000.
Just one more way WOCA The Source is reaching out to Ocala and Marion County to make this the best community possible.
Holidays and memories go hand in hand. Why not make this Easter even more memorable by serving a honey-baked ham and delicious sides and desserts? Yum! Yes, the coconut and lemon cream cakes are back.
Enjoying the family, egg hunts, and just being able to relax without having to spend hours in the kitchen will make your day a memorable one. Hop on over to Honey Baked Ham.
Call and place your holiday order today, 861-0011. That's 861-0011. Honey Baked Ham, behind Best Buy.
Buried under receipts and confusing tax code, let Crippen & Company help. They work hard to make the tax preparation process as painless as possible. With offices in Ocala and the Villages, their team is dedicated to helping clients with corporate and personal tax returns, bookkeeping for businesses, and estate planning for the future. Crippen & Company crafts a truly customized experience for each client's needs while alleviating stress and creating a big picture of your overall financial health. Call 352-732-4260 or visit crippencpa.com to get started.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 22 minutes before 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. I'm actually a fan of our next guest, Robin. I listen to Tom Kraeutler on the radio. He's one of those radio guys that actually is good-looking enough to be a TV host. He might be a TV host. I don't know. I know him from radio. And his co-host, Leslie, is Sigrid. Is that her last name? She's also a nice-looking person. Tom is on the phone right now. He is going to give us we have a real brief interview with him. He's got some do-it-yourself projects for the spring outdoor living, basements, garages. If you've listened to his show, you know that he does this every show, and I don't know how he and Leslie can handle all the calls and just simply have an answer right on the spot. Good morning, Tom. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. How are you? Happy spring.
Yeah, happy spring. Where are you right now?
I'm in New York City. It's raining, but we call it spring up here.
Uh-oh.
Well,
thank you for being on the air. Yeah, I am a fan. I've listened to your show for a while, and you guys, do you have a TV show? I mean, you guys have the TV looks, both of you.
Yeah, well, thanks. My kids always tell me I have a face for radio, but I actually am on Fox every Thursday night on the Jerry Willis Report.
There you go. See, I hardly watch TV, so forgive me for that. But I'm a radio junkie, so we have some projects for spring. I mean, could I even do them? I mean, you don't really know me, but just off the cuff, just trust me, I'm very bad with stuff. I have a butter knife as a tool, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Well,
that works.
Okay, so let's talk about like lawn and garden stuff. I mean, typically, if you're a real handy guy, you're outside right now, you're pulling your gasoline-powered lawnmower out, you're changing spark plugs, you're replacing the gas and sharpening the blades and all that work, and it still doesn't fire the first time you turn it on. So for the rest of us, I recommend that you take a look at the battery-powered tools that are out there. There's one now from Black & Decker that I love. It's called the Black & Decker 40-volt max lithium brushless trimmer and edger. So this is a string trimmer and edger which basically weighs 7.5 pounds. So it's really lightweight and easy to use, and has this 40-volt lithium battery that does all the work. It's got very powerful performance and long battery life, and basically it's just so much easier to use than the gas-powered equivalent. The trimmer is an upgrade to their last model. This brushless motor technology gives you 30% longer runtime.
Really?
A lot of work done with this. The cutting swath on it is 13 inches. Now, and it also has a button that flips between the trimming and the edging position. So,
and who makes it? Who makes it?
Black & Decker.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
There's a family of products that it works with. They have a hedge trimmer and other things that works on the same battery.
Oh, I got to get one of them too. I got this bush called the bougainvillea. I don't know if you know this plant here in Florida. It's got thorns like the crown of Christ. You know that thing?
Yeah, it's awful.
I mean, it'll cut you. You have to have something else besides clippers.
Yeah. So you don't build things, but I bet you relax really well on top of beautiful decks, right?
I do pretty good. With that. Yeah. That's pretty much my speed. Yeah.
So veranda.
I depend on guys like you for things.
Yes.
So here's what you're going to tell your guy to build you: a veranda composite decking. Okay. Veranda composite decking is a composite deck product available at the Home Depot. Now, if you've got a deck, you can take off the wood decking boards that you're sick and tired of having to maintain, and you can replace them with composite decking boards. If you're starting from scratch, of course, you can use a wood frame and put the composite decking boards on top of that. But you're going to get a surface that's high quality, low maintenance, beautiful. You'll love it for many years to come. It's got a 20-year warranty against cracking and splitting and fading and staining and all the bad things that happen to wood decks. The initial investment a little bit more, but it's offset because you're not going to have to come back every year and restain it and strip it and all of that. And what I really like about it is it has this cap technology. It surrounds the surface to protect the color, and it stops from staining. So if your buddies drop greasy hamburgers on it or barbecue chicken sandwiches, all you got to do is get soap and water and clean it right up.
Oh, that's good.
Guys are a mess, aren't they?
Yeah, it's always the guys that do that.
Right? I know what happened.
But the thing is this, when the women who come over do that, I just say, don't worry about it, honey. It's okay. It's okay. I'll get somebody else to clean it up.
Hey, so I know down south you guys get a lot of problems with mold and mildew in the stains, right? Because of the humidity.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you ought to take a look at CLR Mold and Mildew Stain Remover. This is a very inexpensive product. It's $5.47 at Walmart, and it quickly removes a variety of those stains. Now, I like it because it works inside and outside. So if you've got patio furniture, poolside furniture that's filled with mold and mildew, it'll clean that. Or if you want to take it and use it on your tile shower, it'll do that. So very eco-friendly, no bleach formula, and it sprays a foam, so it doesn't give you that splashback that gets in your eyes, right? So it's a nice product to use for a very inexpensive amount of dough.
And tell me it again. What's it called? Say it slowly.
It's from CLR, and it's called the Mold and Mildew Stain Remover. It's available at Walmart.
Okay, COR. Okay, I'll get it.
CLR?
CLR.
Oh, what does that say?
LR,
Calcium?
yeah.
Calcium something?
Calcium lime rust. Right?
Got it. Okay, got it. Yeah.
That's right, for the water stains. You're right. So you've seen this stuff around.
I guess I've seen that one, yeah. It's got color. It's a colorful label.
Yeah.
So now, another project that folks are doing right now is they're taking a look at lighting because we've had this, we just got daylight savings back, right? So it's been kind of a long, dark winter. So one of the things that we did at our house is we replaced all the toggle switches, the standard switch, with a Maestro occupancy sensing switch from Lutron. Now, the way this switch works is it's so cool. You walk in the room, the lights come on. So that's great for, bathrooms. It's great. Laundry rooms, you're holding the clothes basket. You don't want to have to reach for the switch. It happens automatically, and then when you leave the room, it's looking for movement. If it doesn't see movement in the room, it's going to turn them off.
I know.
In my kids' rooms, because kids always leave the lights on, right?
Right.
So when they leave their rooms, the lights just go off, and it works on all types of bulbs.
And I don't like I like it in the home, but I don't like it in the men's room at the mall. Because if you're in that stall and the thing thinks there's nobody in there, you are in a dark room.
A little freaky.
And you can move around in that stall. It doesn't seem to know you're there.
That's
You got to sort of wave a flag outside the stall.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. That's the only problem I have with that.
I got to try that. I got to be invited to the men's room one day.
Technology, but you can actually adjust the amount of time these things stay on when there's no movement in the room. It can be as little as a minute, or I think as much as 30 minutes.
Well, it takes longer than that to read People magazine, so I won't.
I know.
So, Tom, first of all, it's an honor to have you on the show. Thank you for doing this. I know you're in a rush today. You've got a lot of shows to do. Do you have a website you can send us to? Is it just moneypit.com?
Yeah, it's just moneypit.com. You can also follow us at moneypit on Twitter.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Tom. Stay dry up in New York, and thank you for being on the show. And we'll continue to listen.
Sounds great.
Maybe I'll check you out on Fox. Maybe I'll actually watch TV one day. All right, we'll take a little break. We will be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be mostly cloudy and breezy today with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, the high 76 to 80. Clearing skies tonight, breezy and cooler, the lows ranging from the mid-40s in a few inland spots to the mid-50s at the coast. Sunshine, breezy, and chillier tomorrow, the high 66 to 70. Sunday, sunny but quite cool, high 66 to 70. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
This is a public notice. Local residents can now save thousands of dollars on their next car, truck, or SUV. It's not a tent sale, because no tent is big enough to hold this many cars. It's OcalaForSale.com. Say goodbye to sticker shock. OcalaForSale.com has thousands of vehicles with no stickers at all. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, loss proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Real estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering